As police in Arizona have presented some charges against the homeowners who hosted the Halloween party where teenager Preston Lord was killed. According to police, the party was attended by up to 200 people. The homeowners who were there during the event told police that it was supposed to be a small gathering hosted by their teenager. Now, the exact charges are not being revealed by police. So we're asking our power panel, what do you think the charges may be? Let's bring them back in now. Kirk Nurmi, I feel like you've become our resident expert on this case as you live near this area of Arizona. You've served there for many years doing criminal defense work, and we've talked a lot about how this may have been done by a gang. Police have still been, doing some investigative work, to that end. The Gilbert Goons is the name of the gang that's been brought up. The homeowners, now they're going beyond these many teenagers to the homeowners where the party happened. What do you think they could possibly be charged with, please, Kirk?
Yeah, I don't necessarily know that it would have anything to do with the murder of Preston Lord. I think that there's nothing to indicate anyway in the records that would be an area of criminal responsibility. What I would likely say is it has to do with contributing to the delinquency of a minor. Did they supply alcohol? Was there substances that they didn't confiscate? Their reasons not for shutting down the party, what was going on, things of that nature. So I think ultimately that's where the charges are going to be relatively minor in terms of their involvement, because there's nothing to indicate that they in any way facilitated or aided in the subversion of people investigating the case.
Hey, Kirk, as soon as you were saying that, contributing to the delinquency of a minor, right away I saw Sonny nod, and then Wendy started nodding. So I know our panel agrees with you. Yeah, perhaps furnishing alcohol to minors if that was the case. Sonny, to you next, please.
I'm thinking along the lines of community disturbance. If they, whatever type of community they live in, people may have been calling with complaints. So things along the lines of complaints, disturbances, noise complaints. I agree with Kirk. I don't think it's going to be criminal related, but it is some type of disturbance. And why didn't they cut it off? If they couldn't cut it off without, just by themselves, they should have contacted law enforcement to say, okay, we're having a party. This is getting out of control. Can you come and help and do some crowd control for us?
Yeah, isn't that the truth? I really appreciate that point, Sonny. Thank you for that. Last but not least, Wendy Murphy, would you take us home on this case, please?
Well, let me just try to come up with something different for the sake of
we love that.
coming up with something different.
Go ahead, Professor.
I think there's a possibility, but I don't know the facts well enough to say this is, guaranteed, that they could be charged with accessory because it depends what they did, and it depends what they did both before and after the fact. Did they attempt in any way to cover things up? Did they hide evidence? Did they say certain things to the young people who were there that made it harder for police during the investigation? Was there any obstruction of justice? We know that there were some pretty strange things that happened in terms of what was said and what some of the defendants did after the fact to evade prosecution. So I think part of the question will be what role, if any, did the homeowners play? I don't know. And then there's also the possibility of failing to report child abuse or neglect, because there were young people there and they may well be mandated reporters. It depends on the context and what they knew, but failing to report child abuse, and certainly a lot of what was going on here, both in terms of drinking and the violence, would rise to the level of the kind of abuse or neglect where you expect a mandated reporter to make the call. So those are possibilities. I don't think they're big possibilities. I think my colleagues are right on what's more likely to happen, but I wanted to say something.
No, I appreciate that, Wendy. And really, in child abuse, that's certainly your wheelhouse. An awful lot about this. You do a lot of advocacy work in the prevention movement. So yeah, certainly anything is possible here. Thank you for that.